It's still very controversial yung both the AKAP program and the AIX program. Although it's also, I suppose, a good program kasi it's kahit pa paano, it's cash for people who are in need. But again and again, we keep hearing complaints and assertions na it's turning into a pork barrel of sorts by legislators. Now, let me point out a Philippine Star story nung May 2024, quoting Secretary Gatchalian saying na DSWD will not allow politicians to distribute AKAP cash aid. Very clear po yun. DSWD will not allow politicians to distribute AKAP cash aid. What is po the policy with regard to that? Ibig sabihin ho ba, dapat hindi pwedeng mag-abot yung mga congressman at senador ng whether AKAP or AIX sa mga benepisyaryo?
Tama ka dyan, Sir Ed. Sa mga guidelines ng DSWD, only DSWD personnel ang dapat mag-abot noong mga ayuda na ipinapaabot natin. Yung mga paymasters natin are DSWD personnel. Sila lamang po ang tumipirma doon sa ating mga documents, yung mga financial documents. Sila lang po ang nagre-receive ng cash na i-disburse and sila rin lang po ang nagpapapirma ng payroll at sila lamang po ang nag-aabot ng tulong doon sa mga clients or beneficiaries po natin.
Yes, ma'am. I understand po. Sila po yung pipirma, sila po yung nag-approve and all that. Pero po kasi we've seen time and again, and we've also seen pictures in both the mainstream newspapers and on websites published by LGUs, by even these politicians, na yung mga politiko, congressmen, senators, sila po ay nasa entablado, kasama sila sa nag-aabot. Binibigay ng DSWD sa kanila yung cheque o ano man, tapos sila magbibigay o sila nag-aabot doon sa beneficiary.
Google mo lang, makikita mo, mga politiko yung kwal.
Opo. And I know po, approval in the end is DSWD, pero mukhang physically, although dumadaan lang, dumadaan pa rin.
Kumbaga sa college, ang tawag dyan, ASEC style bulok.
Well, ito naman po lagi namin pinapaalala sa ating mga field offices na while we value and nurture our relationship with our local partners, dapat tiyakin po na inform yung mga beneficiaries natin na ang tulong po ay nanggagaling lamang sa national government. Wala pong kinalaman yung mga political actors who are present in some of the activities that we are conducting. At lagi nga rin po natin pinapaalala sa ating mga beneficiaries that it is the DSWD which is doing the validation, the distribution, and lagi rin po natin kinoconvey na there's guidelines that is being followed for the implementation of these programs. While we respect our local partners who are present, of course, some legislators are on the ground para mag-exercise ng kanilang oversight functions, and some local partners are also present to provide logistic support sa DSWD. Dahil kami ay wala namang pong mga payout venues on the ground, kami po ay nagre-request sa kanila. Kaya po siguro sila nandoon sa mga payout activities. But then again, inuulit po natin, wala po silang kinalaman doon sa distribution. The funds that are being released, yung tulong po ay galing po sa national government.
Pero ASEC, anong klaseng
may
oversight?
specific provision ba anywhere? Circular, executive order, batas, charter ng DSWD, prohibiting politicians from standing on stage kapag namimigay yung DSWD personnel niyang ganyang mga ayuda.
Anything po in
kahit
black and white.
tumayo lang doon sa tabi ng pwede na eh. Saka ang nakikita namin actually, merong mga streamer doon. Ang pangalan na nakalagay, hindi ng, merong DSWD pero mas malaki usually. Ang pangalan ng mga politicians na magpo-posing afterwards doon sa distribution. Meron bang ganung prohibition?
With huge pictures.
Yes.
No,
actually, meron po kaming policy guidelines. This is a Memorandum Circular number 9, series of 2021. Ang title po nito is Policy Guidelines on Strengthening Partnership with Stakeholders During Election and Non-Election Period. Dito naman po layunin na talagang i-encourage natin ang ating mga beneficiaries and the general public, lalong-lalo na po yung mga partners natin, to take active participation and report kung may mga ganito po silang nakikita, na kapag may mga observations po sila, na like powerfully, na mga political actors or standing on stage, dahil na doon po sa guidelines namin na talagang una, hindi po natin hinihikayat na magkaroon ng mga tarpaulins. The tarpaulins should be present in our scene ay dapat yung title lamang po, nakalagay lang po yung title ng activity. And yung mga personnel nga po ng DSWD, dapat yung nangunguna doon sa mga activities po na iyon. So kapag meron po talaga mga na-observe, then we highly encourage na mai-report po because there's a grievance redress mechanism that was established as a result of this guidelines.
Pero
Ano po yung mechanism na yun? Kanino magre-report? Saka may penalty ba? Any form of penalty kapag you are a subject of a complaint na gano'n na?
Yes. Meron pong may grievance redress mechanism. Ito po ay minamanage. It's a agency operation service. Minamanage po iyan ng aming agency operation center. Lahat po ng aming field offices ay meron pong mga hotlines. So pwede pong ipaabot doon. There's also an email address that may be used for this purpose. And then kapag meron po nakikita na violations, ini-endorse po namin or ini-refer din namin sa Department of Interior and Local Government. And during the campaign period, ini-endorse din po namin sa COMELEC.
Meron na bang nagreklamo, ASEC? Dahil from our vantage point, parang siya yung norm rather than the exception. Baka maubusan kayo ng staff kung irereklamo lahat yan. No? So, meron na bang, sa kasaysayan nyo, may nagreklamo na ba? Sa dami ng nakikita namin na violations.
Kung matatandaan niyo po, when we implemented the social amelioration program during the pandemic period, meron naman po tayo mga file na mga cases against some political actors or local officials who have misrepresented or used yung programa to further their political interests. Meron naman po, may mga cases na na-file against them. Sa kasalukuyan, wala pa po tayong mga namumonitor na mga reports nanggagaling from the ground.
Ma'am, not to put you on the spot kasi in the end, of course, you guys are the implementers. You guys are just implementing the money given to you.
Hindi nyo naman pwedeng itulak yung mga senador sa stage pag nandun sila.
Pero kasi, to your point po, di ba, pwede magreklamo versus local officials and all that. Pero you're talking about senators and congressmen who are also in charge of the purse strings. And there are many ways of going about circumnavigating going around the rules. For example, napansin ko marami kasi I googled a simple Google will sometimes do maraming salamat kay Congressman ganon para sa AKAP pa sa tulong ng DSWD. So, nag-thank you sa politiko sa tulong ng DSWD. So, meron kayong second billing, kumbaga. So, it's not saying na sila yung nagbigay ng pera o sa kanila galing ng pera. Pero
actually, it is saying like that. Dahil ang laki ng banners sa likod Tapos ang laki ng mukha ng mga congressman. Tapos sila talaga yung nag-aabot.
One specific example. Daniel Fernando, the governor of Bulacan, siya mismo nag-post one senator, hindi ko bagay din ang pangalan,
pwede mo magitin na.
Si Amy Marcos. Sa likod niya, LED wall, maraming salamat Senator Amy Marcos sa AX distribution. Ganon. Tapos may picture ni Amy.
Paano pa ganun?
Doon kaya nga po doon sa MC number 9 series of 2021, ang talagang layunin yan, palakasin natin, empower natin yung ating mga clients, yung ating mga beneficiaries, para maging bantay, gabay, kaagapay at tulay po natin sila. We empower them by providing them information na pagsasabi na itong tulong na ibinabahagi po natin ay nanggaling sa national government at hindi po sa kung sino mang politiko. In that way, by providing them with that information, they could make informed decision. They could make informed judgments. So kapag ganun po, alam nila na hindi naman po tama yung sinasabi ng political actor na ito, so dapat kong i-report. Di ba? So nagiging partner natin sila, we engage them. And in that manner po, I believe makakatulong yan in improving kung ano man po yung mga observations ngayon.
Pero ASEC, ang report kasi ASEC ng BICAM, 5 billion sa Senate.
21.5. 21 versus 5.
Tapos 21 billion sa Congress. Ibig sabihin, yan ay BICAM report. So, medyo na-undermine yung sinasabi nyo na DSWD lang dapat. Dahil parang dyan pa lang pinaghahatian na eh. Bakit ganun?
Considering that the 2025 General Appropriations Act has not yet been approved, hindi po muna tayo magpo-comment on that. Hintayin po natin na ma-approval yan at mailabas.
Sige, Asa, yung personal nyo, have you received reports, halimbawa, ng mga tao ninyo, mga ano yan they are ordinary bureaucrats. Ngayon, dadating dyan yung senador, yung congressman, si mayor, yung governor, magpo-posing doon. Have you received reports from your personnel humihingi ng tulong? How do we deal with these politicians kung nandito? Kami, we are mandated na kami yung mamigay. Anong sasabihin nila? Have they sought guidance from the DSWD leadership tungkol din how to deal with the politicians?
Ma'am Ana, nung linabas na natin yung guidelines na ito in 2021, we've had several meetings with our field office personnel na kung saan gina-guide natin sila on how to talk, how to explain then to our local partners how do we execute or how do we proceed with the program, especially kapag may mga payout activities po tayo. Na-explain naman po ng aming mga field office personnel na kapag in the most respectful manner, na-explain nila sa ating pong mga officials na kung po pwede, ay huwag na lang pong magsalita, pwede na lang na mag-observe na lang po sila doon. Nangyayari naman po. I think sa mas mabuting pag-uusap at maayos na koordinasyon ay nagagawa naman pong maayos yung mga activities po namin.
Ma'am, just to emphasize po kasi one particular case that is a bit glaring. Nung September 6, 180 congressmen descended upon Davao City to distribute more than 1 billion pesos in ayuda through the DSWD. ito po yung kanilang caravan. It was not their money. It was actually DSWD that was supposed to be in charge of distributing it kasi it was AKAP and AIX pinagalo-halo among other things. But the 180 congressmen as well as the speaker over there in Davao City and they were the highlight of the whole show. Sila yung nasa entablado at sila yung nag-distribute. So it does put your agency in a bit of a bind, I'd imagine kasi kahit pa paano, you guys nga are supposed to be the bureaucrats, the implementers.
At nasa lahat siya ng news, Sec.
Opo.
Hindi siya nakatago, nakalabas siya sa lahat ng news.
Well, sabi ko nga, lahat naman po ng pamamaraan ginagawa ng DSWD to insulate our programs and services from any political interventions. At gaya nga po ng sinasabi natin, lahat naman po naging pinapatupad natin dumadaan doon sa validation process, sumusunod yan doon sa guidelines that were set. So, what I can assure you na hindi po nahahaluan ng politika itong mga programa namin because talagang dumadaan yan sa masusing assessment po ng aming mga social workers.
Yes, ma'am, can I go through the process lang? I was reading kasi the Memorandum Circular number 4 that was the AKAP for DSWD. May proseso po kayo dun sa sa pagpo-process ng mga applications from the submission of documents, assessment, the screening, the interview, and the approval and the releasing. Nowhere there does it say that a politician can come in to make an endorsement or make a reference. But I don't know, baka meron doon in very general, in very vague terms. I'm wondering lang, in relation to Ronald's question kanina, na yun nga, ang sabi ni Senator Grace po kasi napag-usapan na pagkasunduan na yung AKAP 5 billion ng Senado at 21 billion ng Kongreso. How does that translate in terms of how they, paano yung hatian bale? Is that in terms of earmarking or referrals? And how is that referral made to the DSWD? Pag ganun po ba, in other words, ang Congressman Senador, paano sila nakaka-entrada doon sa sistema? Ang referral po ba o paano po?
Yeah, similar to assistance to individuals in crisis situation naman po, yung dun sa AKAP, ganun din po. May mga clients na lumalapit yung tinatawag natin na walk-in, nagpupunta po doon sa aming pong mga tanggapan. And then may mga clients naman po na may mga referral o referred ng local official because, you know, we understand in some localities, kulang po sila ng mga resources. Kung kaya nga po, gumagawa sila ng referral at sabihin na pwedeng i-assess ng DSWD for appropriate intervention. So kapag ganun po, may walk-in ka man o referral ka man, sumasailalim ka pa rin. No? Ini-interview ka pa rin ng aming mga social workers at pinagsasubmit pa din po kayo ng mga documentary requirements. So dumadaan po pa rin sa process kahit walk-in or may referral.
Pero meron ho bang, may
yun
quota
kaya
ho ba
ang
yun o
ibig
limit?
sabihin nun. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng hatian na yon, yung 25 and 5 billion, na each senator is allotted a certain amount na pwedeng i-endorse sa DSWD and the same with the congressman. Yun ba ibig sabihin nun?
Hindi, Ma'am Ana, ano po sabi ko nga kanina, hindi ko po muna masagot kasi ano po hindi pa po natin nakikita, hindi pa naman po na-aprobahan yung 2025 General Appropriations Act. And then nung kung nakakuha kami ng copy nung result nung BICAM ay hindi naman po naka-per project activity and program. Total agency budget lamang po yung nakita namin. So we really could not comment on that until we see the approved 2025
Pero linawin ko lang, they can go directly to DSWD, di ba? Kung merong kailangan from DSWD, kailangan ng AKAP or yung AICS, pwedeng dire-diretso sa inyo, right?
Sino po, Ma'am Ana? Yung pong client?
Halimbawa, may nangangailangan nga ng tulong, yung ayuda, through the AICS or the AKAP, pwedeng dumiretso sa DSWD. They don't need an endorsement from a politician.
That's correct, ma'am. Yan po yung tinatawag natin na walk-in. Pwedeng po silang pumunta doon, bring with them the requirements, and then we will assess. And then, yun po, they will be assisted by our social workers.
Saka linawin ko lang, yung Malasakit Center is under AICS, di ba?
Doon sa Malasakit Center, iba't ibang mga government agencies po iyon. Para kasi nakabuo ng one-stop shop. Ang DSWD is part of the agencies na nagpa-participate po doon. So, doon naman po sa mga malasakit centers, yung ating mga social workers na de-deploy doon sa mga hospitals, pinaprocess din po nila yung pong mga request for medical assistance. In that manner, Ma'am Ana, hindi na po pupunta doon sa aming pong mga satellite offices or main offices yung pasyente. Doon na lamang po ay napaprocess na po natin yung kanila pong request.
Pero sino yung main agency sa Malasakit? Because we are under the impression that it's under one senator. Yan ang pinapalabas siya.
It's a one-stop shop, so iba-ibang mga agencies ang nagpa-participate on that, Ma'am Ana.
Okay. Ma'am, ano po, balikan ko lang po yung kanina inyong sinabi na may Memorandum Circular number 9 of 2021 that sets the guidelines for yung mga participation po ng mga politiko. So, in the end po, to just put it in black and white, in the end po, ano po yung allowed at hindi allowed pagdating po dun sa distribution ng mga ayuda, whether AICS to o AKAP. Ano po yung patakaran ng DSWD pagdating sa sino ang pwede sa plataforma, sino magtatalumpate, at sino sinong hahawak ng cheque. Ganun po. Something like that po. Paano yung ating patakaran?
At kung sakaling may violations, ano ba mga sanctions ang ibibigay?
O sino pwedeng puntahan?
Well, actually, Sir Ed, maganda yung inyo pong rekomendasyon. We will submit the guidelines for review para po kung kinakailangan ng lagyan natin, i-amend at lagyan ng ganitong pong mga provisions sagwa po ng DSWD para po mas maging malinaw din para sa ating po mga field office personnel.
Ma'am, wala akong rekomendasyon.
Anong kailangan legislation ba yan? Will it need legislation o circular lang? Pwede na?
Ito po yung internal guidelines po namin, Ma'am Ana.
Internal guidelines?
Yes. Kasi kung halimbawa nga po, may mga nakalagay po kasi doon is yung doon sa tarpaulins nga po na hindi natin ini-encourage na magkaroon ng mga tarpaulins sa mga political actors during our payout activities. And hindi rin naman po natin ini-encourage yung mga pagka-conduct ng mga pagsasagawa ng mga speeches ng mga political actors. Kung may mga ganitong observations po, siyempre, assess natin at kung kinakailangan ilagay doon sa aming pong internal guidelines, gagawin po natin yan. So it would be subject to review and deliberation. Ito pong MC namin po dito.
Kung lalabagin yung mga internal guidelines, ano yung sanctions at saka parusa? Paano kung wala yun, di lahat pwedeng labagin? No? So ano yung sanctions, ASEC?
Yeah, gaya nga po ng nasabi ko, no, kapag campaign period na po, of course, we will have to defer already to the COMELEC and the local government units kasi syempre sila naman na po yung may jurisdiction on violations during the campaign period.
Ma'am, ako lang po...
May isa pa akong linawin medyo iba lang, yung 4Ps. Kasi I remember nung inumpisahan yan, ang isang kondisyon ng World Bank noon, the biggest outside funder, ang mag-identify ng mga beneficiary and the DSWD lang. Pero ngayon may mga nababalita na pati mga barangay captain, sila na yung nag-endorse. Ano ba yung process doon ngayon?
The process na, Ma'am Ana, is still the process in the previous years na ang pag-identify sa beneficiaries ng Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program ay yung paggamit doon sa DSWD listahanan or the National Household Targeting System for Poverty Reduction. That's the targeting system. So, doon lamang po natin tinutukoy. From that NHTSPR, dinidetermine natin yung kung family or yung households na merong anak na 18 years old pababa o merong pregnant women at the time of the enumeration and that they are willing to comply with the specific conditions of the program. Yan yung tinatawag natin na eligibility check routine. So, yun lamang po yung proseso para makapag-identify ng beneficiaries. Wala pong iba na tumutukoy o nag-identify.
Paano, ASEC, maapektuhan yung programa ng DSWD kung halimbawa matuloy yung pagtanggal dun sa 50 billion sa 4Ps, tapos in-increase naman yung ayuda at saka AICS. Paano? Ito yung poorest of the poor itong 4Ps Ito yung mga walang trabaho. So, paano maapektuhan yung functions nyo? Kung mawawala itong 50B tapos tumaas naman yung AKAP, yung pinamumudmod, yung ayuda, no?
Again, sir, I cannot comment on that yet because we have to wait for the 2025 General Appropriations Act to be approved and issued.
Okay. Okay. Ma'am, maraming salamat for joining us this afternoon. Ma'am, ako po, ang ginawa ko lang kasi it was very simple I just Googled, ang ginugol ko lang
wala kang recommendation.
AKAP distributed by, I Googled, tapos lumabas doon ang mga pictures and press releases ng distribution distributed by so-and-so, by so-and-so, and by so-and-so.
Ang dami.
So, very interesting yung mga results. Also, AX distributed by. Tapos lalabas yung mga senador.
Ibig sabihin, it's the norm, not the exceptions.
Minsan ka nagpe-press release yung mga yung offices ng politicians.
Yun naman po yung lagi natin inuulit, no, that the DSWD remains apolitical and that we remain committed to our clients or to our beneficiaries na sila dapat talaga yung aming pong tinutulungan. Kaya nga po, lagi natin ini-emphasize that all the processes that we do follow yung mga standards or yung mga guidelines na sinet natin for the implementation of these programs and services. Lahat naman po ng mga observations po ninyo, of course, this will not fall into deaf ears. Definitely, pinag-uusapan po ito, pag-uusapan ng ng pamunuan ng DSWD so we could also improve how we deliver our services and that these concerns would be addressed.
Okay. DSWD ASEC Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao, ma'am, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon all the way from Mindanao, where she's doing field work right now. Thank you, ma'am.
Salamat.
Thank you, ASEC.
Thank you very much.